the so-called rock and roll capital of the world, Cleveland, Ohio, at First Energy Stadium on the shores of Lake Erie. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, these two teams met in Cleveland earlier in the year with the Browns coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in Cleveland to complete the season sweep.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Go. 11.
Burrow looking to pass. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain there of 21 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
11 MT, stop.
Mixon with a first down carry. And they'll get him down here at about the 42.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Here we go. 11 MT.
Now Burrow. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end.
And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
To the 36-yard line, stop there.
Here we go. 11 Thomas. 11 Mighty.
Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw.
And this is caught inside the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34.
As a general manager, you're counting on your 1st and 2nd round draft picks to have a big-time impact on your team. But where you make your bones, rounds 3 through 7. If you can find a few diamonds in the rough there, develop them, then you've got something going, and we're seeing one right here.
Yeah, plays like that lead me to believe that they found a diamond in the rough. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further.
Mixon. Going to be hit and met at the line of scrimmage. They get him down at the 3.
Well, it's no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
11 MT, take. 11 MT.
3rd and goal. Burrow. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it's 2nd down. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. The Browns sitting at 5-2 on the year, and they've been playing well, really well. The winners of 5 of their last 7, but losers last time out.
And it always hurts when you lose a tight game, as they did a week ago. I think each player starts thinking to himself, if I could have played better one play here, one play there, maybe it could have changed this team's fortunes. But it absolutely illustrates how important it is to play a complete game if you want to win in the NFL. The completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. They go up the middle with Chubb. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 29. After a gain of 5, they'll wind up being about a length of the football short here on 3rd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And he will have a 1st down at about the 21-yard line. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold them to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their 1st drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field all they're thinking is finish this drive off, because they took it away, right? So now you got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You won the mental battle early in the game.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. To throw is Watson. His pass caught at the 4. Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 3rd and 4 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Here's Watson. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
York able to send this one through, and the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
11 MP.
Their second drive here to ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Today's NFL, these big guys are featured receivers. They move all over the place to try and find good matchups, and they had one. They were just unable to complete the pass.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8.
11.
Now it's Burrow.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
Well, those have been a problem for them all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football, or you're going to cost your team chances.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Watson now to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control?
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by...
Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
And the Bengals are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. A solid run on 1st down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Here we go. 11.
Now it's Burrow. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked him off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
He's going to take another shot here.
And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball. He could not hang on. Second down coming up.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get to field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
In danger of squandering their great field position as they come up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw, Watson. He's got a man. It's his tight end. That's complete.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
He made his first attempt, this from 45.
York able to send this one through, and they're able to double their lead in this first half. It's 6-0. So the interception set him up with terrific field position, but 3 points, the end result.
Yeah, we can make this one pretty simple, partner. You always want to end drives with points, but that's one that you're going to look back on and probably say, we should have done better there.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Coming off every player's friend, the open week from last weekend.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Even if you're coming off of a loss as they did, the open week is exactly what you need after you kind of get over it a little bit, right? Rest up the mind, rest up the body, get yourself ready to go. And they have to be eager to play again, especially since they lost the last time out.
11.
Now Burrow on 1st down.
He'll drop this one down to Mixon. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
12.
Here's Burrow. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down.
11 MP tape. 11 MP tape. 11.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play. One that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Burrow going for it on fourth. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And this Browns defense stands tall. The Cleveland offense ready to go.
And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
On first down, it's Watson. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now it's Watson.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
Well, this offense has already been forced to settle for field goals on their drives earlier, so this is not a welcome sign here.
Indeed, it is not, and they certainly hope it's not a sign for the entire game because they know they've got to be able to sustain drives all the way through. Pick up those guys rushing the quarterback and give himself a chance.
York able to send this one through.
So we come upon halftime with 9 points separating these two teams. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Browns drive about to get started.
And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Watson. And he comes back with one complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. And again, it's Chubb. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Man open, that's Anthony Schwartz. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And now the Bengal defense here calling a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. A give running right is Chubb. And he's got it to about the 40.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
From the 40 now on 2nd down, Watson. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the 1st down.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They give the Chubb out of the gun. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 62 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Watson. This will be caught just inside the 10. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
I think this one comes under the heading of sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules because you and I both know coaches go crazy seeing their quarterbacks roll out, in this case to the right side, and try to throw back into the middle of the field. He got away with one there.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up 1st and goal.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
The handoff to Ford up the middle. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3.
It is definitely hard to find space near the goal line. You always want to have a guy in the game running it who can create his own.
Second and goal from the 1. They'll give it to Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Browns take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. There he goes, right side. And he'll bring it back all the way. Touchdown, Bengals. And people still trying to get back to their seats from the concession stand here at the start of the third quarter, and boom, we got points on the board.
And you just identified why the bulk of stadiums have increased presence in the concession areas, right? TVs, loudspeakers, so people can still follow the game. And right now, they're bummed out that they missed that big return to start this half.
The Burrow's going to look to throw for it.
To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a two-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he had hands, he'd be playing on offense.
Ah, that's true. You've said that before. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. I know they're down, but starting the third quarter there with the onside kick, what'd you think?
Well, I think that they're looking at it as we may not have as many possessions in this game as we want. There may be that sense and that feel that they've got to go ahead and make something happen, steal possession, try and steal some points, and get themselves right back in a position to try and win the game.
And Chubb will try the middle here. And he'll fight forward maybe to the line of scrimmage, but that's all. Trey Hendrickson, the one who gets him on the ground. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Watson. It's caught. Cooper.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
It's a nice completion, a little bit of run after catch as well to create the yardage that they got. But it is so tough to cover that route, the drag route, because they run it at varying speeds. Because the key is to create hesitancy on the defender's part.
Always so empathetic for those DBs, aren't you? And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Up the middle, it's Chubb. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 3 quarters have come and gone. On 1st and 10, Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. That's complete right around the 8. Touchdown! A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season.
And the Browns look like they're about to put an end to their 2-game losing streak as they add on to their lead. Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter.
11 empty.
Throwing now, Burrow on first down.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
And the Bengals on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10.
12. 11 mighty.
They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Felt compelled to go for it there on 4th down. Trailing in the 4th quarter, they got it done.
And there's always a lot of pressure on a 4th down call. Doesn't matter the distance. You still have to get it done, as you noted, and they did.
From midfield now, Burrow. Looking deep downfield. And this is taken in at the 5. A big play there for Cincinnati. 45 yards.
If there was one knock on Joe Burrow coming out of LSU, it was arm strength, but kind of put those doubts to rest right there.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon, and he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down, so let's see what this is about.
Here we go.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call.
Jonah Williams, former 1st-round pick, the guilty party.
Here's another 1st and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Burrow looking to pass. And this one is incomplete.
In a game that hasn't gone your way, you've got to throw in the end zone at every opportunity and hopefully climb back in as much as possible. He put way too much on that throw, though, and that shot ends up with nothing.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. To the air again, Burrow.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Here we go. Here we go.
4th down. Here's Joe Burrow. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and this Browns defense stands tall. So that's the 2nd time this game they've given it up on 4th down. They're now 1 for 3 on 4th down conversion tries.
But they must feel good about what they're doing, right? They continue to go for it on 4th down. Give the defense a lot of credit, though. They've stopped them 2 out of 3 times. Usually, you have 4th down plays that you have dialed up and ready to go and you think are going to be successful. Not so far in this game.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37.
87 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point in the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
So the 1st down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a 1st down. Maybe a critical mistake at this juncture as now they've got a 1st and 10. Following the penalty, Chubb. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports.
Second and 8.
They run it again with Chubb, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands. Whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge fourth quarter stop? Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The Browns send out their punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. That one sails out of bounds. The side judge will walk it off. And he says it went out of bounds at the 9-yard line. Nice punt. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And this turns into disaster. He's not going to get forward progress. That'll be a safety. And this defense has been smothering all game long. Why not give them 2 more points here in the closing minutes?
Well, they've certainly earned it. They've gotten the better of this offensive line for 4 quarters. And this sack here will just be a little icing on the cake.
Taken from just outside the 30. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And some room to maneuver. And they will finally get to him down at the Bengals' 29-yard line. 134 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Watson. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Look pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, then.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, Browns. Cooper from 19 yards away. And the Browns are closing in on a 6-2 start as they extend this fourth quarter advantage. Extra point by York is up and good. And that will bump the lead up to 26. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the and that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left.
And the Bengals first down.
Here we go.
Exactly 50 yards on that last play as they just go from 125 to the other for 1st and 10. And they'll send the tight end in motion left.
11. Hey, we got to go score.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
He's got them out now to a 3-score lead here in the 4th quarter after that one, CD. And, well, he looked right off the line like he knew that that ball was coming his way, and he secured it for 6 points.
Yeah, and I think when you're leading by a healthy margin already, it actually loosens you up and allows you to take maybe a few more chances and definitely play with more confidence, because he certainly saw something he could exploit in the defense, and he made sure to let his quarterback know, just get it to me. And the rest was all up to him, and he delivered and made it a 3-score game.
So that last kickoff just